But you have to take into account that people from Africa are seeing us in this negative way. And then also you have a sense of nationalism where it's like, I'm not African American, I'm not Black American, I'm from Nigeria, or I'm from Egypt, or I'm from, wherever I'm from. This is what I am. I'm not that. So a lot of times, due to America being a capitalistic society and there's more freedom and opportunity for growth here, those people come over here. So they come over here with already a certain viewpoint of us due to what they've seen while they were at home. So these people come over here, and the first thing they say or that they try to do is, let me get far away from the Black Americans because we already look alike to a certain degree. I don't want people grouping me in with them because from what I've seen of them, they're always on some foolish shit. They're always on some violent shit. They're getting treated as second-class citizens. They're lazy, they're this, all these different negative stereotypes of what they've seen and heard. That's what they're thinking. So when they come over here, they want to separate themselves from us as fast as they can. And that's what they do. And then they assimilate and they take the same ideologies that white America has about us a lot of the times. And so that's why you'll see even certain African parents not wanting their kids to listen to rap, have certain hairstyles. It happens because they don't want their Africanness or them being Africans to be associated with being Black American. They want it to be separate. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not Africans that, partake in the culture and everything is fine, right? Like, and they understand and they get the nuance. That happens. But there are these cases of people from Africa that come over here and then feel like, let me get away from these Black people because I'm not Black, I'm African. We're doctors and lawyers. We're not rappers and drug dealers. We don't do that. So I think Myron is comprised of all of these things. Fresh as well, or whatever his name is. He's not even a factor really, but we're just speaking on him because he's a part of the show and he continuously sits there like the house nigga and just lets shit happen, right? Like he doesn't give a fuck. So he's irrelevant to a certain degree. But I think Myron is comprised of all of these things because just from my experience dealing with certain people, that's what I've seen. And you look at people like DJ Academics, you look at people like Kai Cenat, you look at people like Tyler, you look at people like Myron and Fresh and Fit podcast, right? They at some point in their careers, even though they're the head of Black entertainment at this point in time, at some point in their careers, they've had a disconnect with Black American culture because they don't fully understand it. Some of it is intentional and some of it is not. But you see this trend that I'm speaking on play out time and time again within our culture because African Americans don't necessarily understand the culture 100%, and sometimes they don't want to. Right? Myron is somebody who, in my opinion, wants to have the fruits of Black culture. So he wants to have the views, he wants to get the engagements, but he doesn't at the same time care how to present himself in Black culture or respect it enough to present himself a certain way in it. He doesn't care. And that partly falls on us. Let's keep watching this.
Florida. This is Florida. This is Florida. This is Florida. This is Florida. Stand your fucking ground. This is Florida. You ain't getting reimbursed. Shit, get the fuck up out of here, bitch. You fucking brokey.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
That's fine. I'm not
you
a brokey.
Fucking fat. You look like shit. Your hair's a wig. Your stomach is jiggling. You look like fucking shit.
So it continues on and on and on, right? It continues on and on and on. But the reason why, and I want to go back to this, the reason why he, at the same time, is able to do what he's able to do in our culture is because we allow him to do it. So that's my next thing that I wanted to get into about this situation is that while Myron is comprised of all these things, he's a troll. More than likely, he has a vendetta for Black culture because not being accepted by Black men predominantly. And obviously, I don't think Black women are really going to fuck with him anyway. So I think, and then you have him coming from another culture and how sometimes they can assimilate and, end up gaining the same negative ideologies as white America about black people. You see all those things, and he's comprised of all those things. I think that's where he's to blame for these situations. But I also think that we're to blame for these situations because, look, check this out.
The baddest one you'll ever see. Just like Dochi said, they never seen the black bitch coming, man. We're ready for this shit tonight, y'all.
Okay. Blah, 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 whatever, right? We're accountable because, and especially black women for this show in particular, black women, we have to hold you guys at some point 100% accountable for going on Fresh and Fit and talking with Myron. Listen, and the first thing I want to say, stop blaming black men for why you went on Fresh and Fit and got dogged out by Myron. No black man told you to go on there and subject yourself to that type of vitriol. None of us did. You did that on your own because at the end of the day, you cared more about clout than a potential loss of dignity, a potential loss of respect, a potential loss of integrity. You cared more about clout. You cared more about the possibility of catching more eyes. But you did do that, just in a negative way. So don't blame black men now for when your plan and your plot to go up there and get fame and notoriety didn't go the way you wanted it to. And this is where we have to be accountable as a culture. We hate these platforms. We hate how they make us look bad. We hate how they use us and abuse us. Yet we continuously go on these platforms and provide our services. We hate how these platforms disrespect us, yet we continuously go on these platforms and fall into their same trap over and over and over again. We're in 2024, almost 2025. Fresh and Fit has been a podcast for at least the last 4 to 6 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. During those 4 to 6 years, Myron and Fresh have had multiple instances where they have disrespected black men and black women. Multiple instances. And most of the times they have never, or maybe never any, they have never apologized for it. They've never learned from it. They've continued to do what they've continued to do. So from 2019 to now, from 2020 to now, if you